Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Code for Tech Solutions. Today in this video we are going to cover a new topic, like we are going to see how to upload a project to GitHub from STS. So in that, like, we are going to create a new Spring Boot project in STS Editor, and from there we are going to upload or push our project to GitHub remote repository. So first I have opened STS, and here I am going to create a new Spring Boot project. So we can choose this option, create new Spring Starter project, and here we can name our service, like let's say it's a demo service. We can select the build type as a Maven, and here we can keep rest of the things as is, packaging as a jar, and we can click on next button, and here we can add some dependency, like let's say Spring Wave, and we can click on next and finish. Now we can see the project is imported on the left pane. Now we can run this Spring Boot project using run as, and here we can select the Spring Boot app. Now we can see it has started our application, like it is working fine, and it has started demo service application as expected. Now this code, we are going to see how we can upload to GitHub remote repository. So for that, first we need to create one remote repository where exactly to which we are going to push our code. So let us do that. Like here we can this is our GitHub, and here we can click on this new button to create a new repository. We can name a new repository, like let's say it's a demo service, and here we can keep the public option selected, and we can click on create repository so that it will create a new repository for us. Now we can simply copy this repository, and we can go back to it here, and we can search it here like git, and here we can click on git repositories, and we have various options at here. Now we have already copied this link which is it here. This is our git repository. Now we can right click it here, and here we can see the last option, paste repository path here, and here it has shown the everything, like this is the URI of our repository, hostname, repository path, and it's a HTTP protocol, and here authentication we are using user and password. Now we have created this repository, so we have various options. We can go with username and password, and if you want to go with some advanced steps on more secure way, like we can go click on this setting button, and here we can go at developer settings, and here we can see we have various options, like here we have personal access tokens, and here we have two tokens available, fine grained tokens and tokens classic. Now this classic is general for all the repositories, whereas fine grained gives us more control on our repository. So for now we are going to create a fine grained control. So here we can click on generate new token. Let me enter the password first. Fine. So here we can name our token, like we can give token name like it's a demo service token. You can give any name, and here we have option like for how many days we want this token. Like here we can mention the expiry for this one. Now let's say I can keep 7 days for now, but if you want you can change as per your need. And here we have more access, fine-grained access as such. We can apply to all repositories or public repositories read only, or we can make it only select repositories. Like here we can apply this to particular repository as well. Like let's say if you want to apply to this repository which we have just created, and we have selected this repository where that token will be applicable, and here we can mention repository permissions. Like we can expand this option and we can come down, and here we can see we have contents option. Like from here, like it allows repository content, commits, branches, download, release and merges. Now here we can select the read and write so that we can commit and push the changes to this repository. Now with that token we will be able to commit and push our changes to this repository. We can finally click on generate token. Now we can see it has generated the token. We can copy this and we can go back at here. Now instead of this password we can paste the token and we can click on next button and next again, and finally we can click on finish button. Now we have committed our we have successfully entered a token. Now here we can see this is the demo service. Now this is our local project. Now we need to assign this to this demo service. For that, like we can use right click on the project, and here is the team option. We can click on share project, and here we can mention the repository name of ours, like this is the repository, and we can click on finish button. We can click on this finish button. Now it has linked with this repository. Now next thing what we can do, let us add some code. Like let's say here we can add one new package. Like let's say here we can add one controller package, and let us create one class as an controller. Let's say it's a demo controller. Finish. Fine. Here like we can annotate it using race controller, and here we can use gate mapping annotation, and we can add endpoint, and we can add give the name of the method. Like this is the public, it should return string, and like we can say get welcome message, and here we can return some string like welcome to demo application, and we will return this string and complete this statement. Fine, we can save it. Now what we have done, like we have created one controller, and now we are going to commit the changes. So before that we can make sure if our changes are working fine or not. Now let me update the project first. Now let me run our Spring Boot application once again. Now the port is in use. We need to close our existing application first. Fine. Now let us run it again. Seems good, everything is working fine. Now let us see how we can commit our changes to remote repository. So here we can search for git staging. So this is the git staging, and here it will mention all the changes what we have made. Now here these are all the untracked changes, like be it modified or new file, it will mention everything. Now we need to add all these files to the staged area, and here we can mention some like commit related message, like it is our first commit or initial commit, and here we can click on commit and push. Now we can close this, it's done. Now with this, like we are done with our commit. Now next last thing, like we need to check whether that commit the code is pushed to our repository or not. This is our demo service. Now we can see this code we have just committed with comment like first service, and it has all the files like src and all which we have just created. This is the controller package, and this is the controller. So everything is committed as expected to GitHub remote repository. So with this, like we have successfully uploaded our code from STS to GitHub remote repository. So like I hope you must have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching this. Please like and subscribe the same.